Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel.
Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel.
If it's your first time clicking to watch my videos, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you click on the subscribe button and the ring bell so you don't miss any of my videos. So for today's video, I have a guest. Her name is Mara, and we're going to talk about long-distance relationships.
So basically, we're going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts, and
sharing some experience.
Yeah, relating it to our experience.
Yeah, relating it to our lives as long-distance relationshipers. Alright, so if you would be interested in the video, just stay tuned. Let's go.
We're gonna start with the don'ts first because I think it's harder to talk about the don'ts.
Yeah.
Number one, do not rush into a long-distance relationship. You do not want to do it. Don't go there. Long-distance relationships are something that you need to have connection with the person first of all, and feelings gotta be there. If they're not there,
it's gonna last 2 months.
Yep.
Like, you're gonna be done after 2 months. With the person in the same area is one thing, but you guys are gonna be like on the other side of the globe or whatever, and it's not the same. So the feelings have to be there. So don't just like rush into it and be, don't just, during the summer when you're in Dakar and the feeling is good. The feeling is there. You're like, okay, let me just continue. Don't do that. Try to, make sure that you want to start a committed and healthy relationship before just starting it, because you're gonna end up hurting each other if you just rush into it.
Second thing is assumptions. Do not go assuming things, because we're all guilty of
He
this.
didn't answer my text. Where is he? He's talking to another
He's with another bitch.
Where you been? How much did you spend?
He's with another girl. She's cheating on me. He's doing something inappropriate. Stop making assumptions, because that's when there is beef.
Yep. You start thinking things that are not, and like,
it's just a loop.
Although you're not trying to like act upon your assumptions, you're gonna do it. You're gonna be mad because, let's say, he went to like party and like he didn't reply, and you're like, okay, he was out there twerking with like enjoying girls twerk left and right, and like maybe that's not what happened.
Yeah, I assure you that actually 50% of the time the person is not doing what you're thinking. Actually, more than 50%, maybe a good 65%.
Yeah, it's like, especially females, I think they're the ones that assume the most, because
it's just our brains. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. We just like tend to assume things, and you don't know. Maybe the person just does not have Wi-Fi. Maybe his phone like died. Like, it just might not be what you think. So try to avoid making assumptions, because that's when you actually create drama.
Number 3, do not hold grudges. Meaning, don't be petty because they did something before, or you didn't like the way they did something,
and you didn't talk about it. There's this say that says, cook the eggs while the pan is hot, or when the I don't know, you know what I mean. Try not to postpone having the discussion with the person about whatever is bothering you, because the more you wait, the more there's room for you to imagine more things and basically convince yourself that he did something wrong, and add on to that frustration. So try to not beat around the bush, and basically just go straight to the point. Talk to the person when something is bothering you.
It's like pettiness.
It's pointless.
It's not worth it.
Think about
and I'm guilty of this, because sometimes they might have done something, we talked about it, moved on, but I didn't really move on. So it's like they come and say hi, and I'm like, bye. And what if the person says bye too? Like,
yeah. And you should always ask yourself, is it gonna matter in 5 years? If it's not gonna matter, then let it go. Just move on.
That.
Yeah. Try not to focus on the negative aspects of it. Try to swallow your pride and just basically go talk to the person, because it's really not that deep at the end of the day. If you think about it, most of our issues are so, most important part of the whole thing,
the tea.
the tea. The real tea is do not cheat. Do not cheat. Don't don't do it. When you're in a long distance relationship, it's easier to be tempted because the person is not there. You're thinking, oh, we have different lives. She's never gonna find out. Blah 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 blah. She's gonna find out.
Yep.
She's gonna say.
It's like there's this thing when you cheat. Like girls have instinct.
Yes.
Like it might sound ridiculous, but we really do have instincts. Like you might think that you're acting like a way where you're covering that you cheated, but the girls will sniff it out. Like it doesn't matter if you're in Asia and they're all the way in Africa. It don't matter. Like, and if you care for someone, you should not be willing
To ruin it.
and like put them in a position where they feel hurt. And honestly, when you get cheated on, it works like it's like something within you will
It's
just
broken.
leave
Yes.
and will never come back.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna start feeling insecure, you're gonna start thinking the reasons why, and then you're gonna feel like it's because you're in a long distance relationship, but
It's not always
it's not.
the
Like
case.
if the person cheated, they wanted to cheat. Honestly, like
Yeah.
there's no, it was an accident, I was drunk. No. They wanted to cheat. Okay, so should we move to the do's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move to
So
the
you
do's
want
now.
more fast.
The do's are going to be easier because, you know, it's just basically everyone has this idea of a perfect relationship, but actually acting upon it and doing it is the issue.
It's the hard thing.
Yeah, so let's talk about the do's.
Our first do. Do long distance activities. It might sound funny or
Stupid.
yeah, like especially for those who haven't been in long distance relationships, but these long distance activities really do help. Like
It brings you closer to your
Yeah,
partner.
it really
Try
does.
to there's one thing that I do personally. It's like basically watching Netflix and movies together. There's this app that she was talking to me about that she uses, and it's called Rabbit. Yes.
lifesaver.
What does it do?
So basically, you can be like, you can watch any movie, you can be watching Netflix or YouTube videos, anything basically, and you have this chat where like you click on one movie, somebody chooses the movie, and like you get the opportunity to comment on the movie like orally, and if you choose to text, you can text, but you can actually comment with the person as the movie is progressing, and it's as if they were sitting right next to you.
How,
And
like that's great.
it's
That's
amazing,
so cool.
honestly. Another thing that is good for long distance relationship, it's video calls. So FaceTime, WhatsApp, anything, Skype. I don't know if people still use
it's
it,
still
but
a thing.
Skype, like anything that involves video calls is actually a good thing because you get to see the person you're talking to and
Feel the emotion.
exactly. You can read their facial expressions, and like you can know as you're talking to the person if like something you're saying is affecting them in a way. Whereas text,
Yeah. There's so much room for misinterpretation
Yep.
and basically frustration through text. And I feel like when you're talking to the person via like a video or whatever, like video platform or whatever, it's just better, you know? It makes it easier for you to open up to the person and less room for misinterpretation and
Yep.
miscommunication.
which leads to our second do, which is communication.
That's an obvious one though. Everyone knows
Communicate.
that you have to communicate with your partner.
Because if you're not saying how you feel, if you're not expressing these things, they're
Person
not
can
gonna know.
They're not gonna know.
Females are guilty of this. They're really guilty
That's
of this.
true.
They expect guys. I'm saying it, I'm laughing because I am so guilty of this. They expect guys to know like that something is wrong, that they've done something, or that they want something. Just think about it. Sometimes you want a certain type of food.
You want the guy to know.
You want them to know, okay, I'm gonna get you this, and get it right, like just like that. It's not gonna happen.
And the thing is, the guy is actually gonna be frustrated that you're expecting him to know what he's talking about, and you're gonna be frustrated that he's not understanding what you want him to understand. What type of nonsense? I'm talking about it out loud. I'm like, dang, we're actually crazy.
We're crazy.
But
we're psychopaths.
that's actually a a good like tie with the assumption one,
Yeah.
because don't assume that the other person is knowing what's going on with you. Try to communicate as much as you can and as frequent as possible, because when you're in a long distance relationship, you don't necessarily see the person all day, you don't talk to the person all day, so that, you know, time frame that you just speak to the person makes you closer.
And lastly, it's an obvious thing, but we tend not to do
Not
it.
so obvious. Some people don't know it's a thing.
It's like, you know, I've been in a long distance relationship, and like I would always say to the person I love them, and like
They wouldn't say it to you.
yeah, or like they would find it weird that I'm always saying it. I'm like, why are you always saying it? You know, and I was just like, you know, that's a red flag right there. I should have known that he was not the one. You know, like
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out. Like, it really did not work out.
You don't like expressing how much you care about the person is actually a warm feeling, not only for you but for the person herself receiving the love. It might not affect them, like you might not see it in their expression that it affects them, but subconsciously just knowing that the person loves you can help with your overall mental health.
Yep.
Like just knowing that you matter to someone actually helps. So trying to express your love as much as constantly as possible is one thing that can alleviate like arguments and, you know, make you solidify your relationship, basically.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's a will, if you really want your relationship to work, your relationship will have the power, like will be able to work. Whereas
Law of attraction.
yeah, like where there's will, there's power. Like if you believe in it, your relationship will be so strong that I swear, even cheating won't break it.
I
I don't know about that. I swear though, like it'll be really strong. You'll be willing to forgive. You'll be willing to turn a blind eye in like the petty stuff, like the minimal stuff, like you said, some of our issues, arguments are very nyakaram, and it's like if there's will, you'll be able to like overthrow those issues, you know, and like just focus on
What's positive.
What's positive.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. So this is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed spending the time with us. Thank you, Maha, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.